Live coverage on East Hearts Radio, 90 minutes of Welwyn Garden City against Bedford Town. Just kicked off in the second half here at 1-1. Keenly contested match and challenge going in on the far side there. The referee's going to have to do something about immediately at the beginning of the start of this second half as feet went flying in on that far side. Referee has produced one yellow card so far. Jay Rolfe was on the receiving end of that in the first half. But it's certainly Callum Taylor who got the worst of it. The Welwyn Garden City left fullback. But referee does look like he hasn't produced a card. So, in fact, a free kick on that far side of the field. Both goals coming within 4 minutes in the first half. Dave Keenley's side giving Welwyn Garden City the lead. And an unfortunately close own goal, making it 1-1 after 37 minutes. It's Taylor who heads it out from the edge of the home area. Bedford in possession on that far side of the field. Ball threaded towards the edge of the area, but it's Welwyn Garden City will get it clear with the Keenley side. Looking for Callum Stead, but number 11, Dan Walker, was alert to that. Puts it back to his goalkeeper, Daniel Benny, and made a couple of very good saves in that first half. Most notably from Lee Close's volley very early on, but Welwyn Garden City in possession again. Keenley side with the shot, but it's going to dribble wide of the left-hand goal post. So lights on here. And not as much chill in the air as there was this time last week when we were at Bracknell, of course, watching Ware. Talking of which, if you're keeping up with the local scores in East Hearts Country, Ware 3, Ashford Town, Middlesex 0 at half-time. Joshua Williams, who just can't stop scoring. Harry Watkins and Liam Hope's 22nd of the season, putting Bull Hall's team firmly in the driving seat there. But here we stand at 1-1 and news of Hertford Town 0-0 at half-time in their game away against Marlow. And our Essex Senior League coverage was decimated because Artisan Town's game against Hadley was postponed as ball was thumped out from inside the Bedford Town box. The ball now breaks on the edge of the area. Carey shot comes in from Keenley's side, but well over the top of the target. It's been a good even game between these two sides. Bedford certainly seem to have recovered from the 6-0 thumping they got at Hales Owen on Tuesday night. And both of them vying for a place in the playoffs. Welwyn Garden City have got those games in hand, but they've got 4 away games to come after this. As ball's headed out by Joe Steele, the central defender. And Citizens have themselves a corner on this near side of the field. Reasonable crowd in. Bedford Town got a decent following. And it's going to be young Callum Taylor, who signed about 10 days ago from Royston Town, a teenage fullback, who's going to take it with the left boot. Taylor's corner comes across to the near post, goes a long way, shot comes in and deflects over the top from Callum Stead. Certainly could have gone anywhere, that one. Stead it hit from the edge of the area and deflected off a defender over the top for another corner. Taylor will take it on this near side of the field with the left boot. Corner comes in again. It's a good one to the far post. Goalkeeper just gets a touch. Did he? Yes, he did, because it's going to be a corner on the other side. So 3 corners in a row here. Goalkeeper looked like he got a touch. And it's going to be Keenley side from the far side for Welwyn Garden City. Good pressure from home side. The beginning of this second half at the Isabel Hospice. Keenley side's going to take the corner with the left boot to the near post. Not as good, that one. And fairly easily cleared in the direction of Fuller Konami on that far side of the field. But Welwyn Garden City get players behind the ball and manage to win the throw. Keenley side will, in fact, he'll leave it on that far side to Taylor. Give it a team line-up for Welwyn Garden City when we get a break in play. But ball headed out by Steele again to Jack Bradshaw, and that one cannons off the centre-back and onto this near side Bedford having trouble getting it clear at the moment, and in the end they will do this time. Well, more by London judgment, but it lands in the centre circle, and here come the Eagles down the left-hand side here with Connor Tomlinson. Tomlinson has got Dan Walker on his left. Walker, who proved a bit of a handful in the first half, so much so that young Alex Harris was replaced by Geraldo Smaldoni at right back. And ball goes out for a Welwyn Garden City throw-in. And team line-up for the Citizens. Then Marco Tavares in goal. Geraldo Smaldoni's come on to play right back. Callum Taylor at left back. Lee Close and Jay Rolfe for the two central defenders, with Jesse Walklin and Dave Keeley's side operating in the centre of midfield with Jack Bradshaw. Rommel Elamenu is up front alongside Oliver Carey and Callum Stead. Just 4 substitutes on the bench this afternoon for Welwyn Garden City, so only Dylan Abego and Charlie Payne available to Nicky Ironton should he want to change things as this one progresses. Meanwhile, Jay Rolfe clears from inside his own half. Ball comes to Jesse Wakeling. Looks for Carey, and a boot dangerously in the air from Ollie Swain. And Carey felt that. And certainly, Ollie Carey's not short. And that one caught him on the top of his head. So the referee rightly giving a free kick to the Citizens. Keenly side will take it with that right boot. Carey's providing some aerial presence. Taylor and Close have come up from the back as well. Ball in from Keenley's side. Bedford haven't got it clear, and in the end, did it bounce to a defender? No, it didn't, because the referee's given the goal kick. So 7 minutes into the second half here at the Isabel Hospice, and we still stand at Welwyn Garden City 1, Bedford Town 1. Welwyn Garden City taking the lead when Callum Stead was taken out in mid-air from Ollie Carey's cross, and Dave Keeley's side thumped the penalty into the roof of the net. But that lead only lasted 4 minutes before a goal and a nothing really, and a wicked deflection off the unlucky Lee Close gave Tavares no chance and gave Bedford their equaliser. Alamenu coming down the left-hand side. Good battle between the two players over there. Olagunami was the Bedford defender, both showing a good amount of pace, but it was the opposing number 7 who thumped the ball out for a throw-in on that far side that young Callum Taylor will take. Taylor's throw-in. Gets it back. Taylor's cross, but couldn't get the right angle and went out of play fairly tamely for a goal kick to visitors. Bedford Town currently in 5th place. Won the 3 of their away games. Northley, Kempston and AFC Dunstable. But on the far side the ball goes out and will be a throw-in to Welwyn Garden City. Announcer just catching up with a substitution that Bedford made. Damien Green, the former Ware player, going off, and Connor Colcott, who's got a good pedigree, remember him playing for Stevenage, has come on. So very much 2 up front now with Colcott and Hitchcock, and also the dangerous Dan Walker on his left hand side. So certainly signs Bedford haven't come here to defend as Lee Close heads the ball towards our halfway line. Walklin looked to find Jack Bradshaw, but Welwyn Garden City got defending and done here, and Tavares comes out of his area to do it. And the ball on that far side. Alameno turns inside the defender, look for Carey, but in the end the move breaks down once again. Bedford coming forward and shove in the back on Tomlinson. Means that they will have a free kick just about 5 yards inside their own half. Thumps the ball against Keenley's side, who hadn't got the 10 yards, and Welwyn Garden City's number 10's got himself a booking. So second one in the book for the home side. Jay Rolfe got booked in the first half. Dave Keenley's side in the second half, and suspensions of course problem for Welwyn Garden City today. No George Ironton. He's sitting in the stand to my right because of yellow card he got last week at Aylesbury United. And Eusebio de Silva, of course, got that straight red in injury time. So he's not available as well. Eustein in Stewart's and only, by the way, is in the United States at the moment. So he's a little bit far from home and not available either. And this near side, though. Ball chipped in to look for Ollie Carey. Keeper goes out. Keeper meets Carey. Is that a penalty? It is. Well, Ollie Carey's been absolutely bollocks on the edge of the area. Keeper came out. He managed to head the ball up in the air. Carey got there first. And it's the Welwyn Garden City man who's gone down. And the Citizens have their second penalty of the game. And Dave Gailey's side already is putting the ball on the spot. So a real chance for the home side here. Second penalty of the afternoon. Ollie Carey, though, the first concern is with the striker who's down. Hasn't really moved too far either. It's a crunching meeting between him and the goalkeeper, Daniel Benny. As Benny came out and Carey just managed to get the ball first, but goalkeeper absolutely clattered into him, and real concern about Oliver Carey at the moment here because he's hardly moved, and in fact now he is finally managed to roll on the one side. Fitzio's there with him, and hopefully he's going to be okay. He really did take a clattering off the goalkeeper, Benny. And meanwhile, it doesn't do you any good when you've got a penalty waiting, but Dave Keeley's side's experienced enough player to not let this get to him. Could be a very vital kick. 12 minutes into the second half we are here. And Carey's still down, still receiving attention. Just rolled on to one side. And Dylan Abengo is warming up on that far side. Should he be required to replace Carey. Good to say Carey's actually sitting up now, so that is good news, and just about gingerly going to get to his feet. But he's done his bit in winning the penalty here, but still looks pretty shaky on his feet. But he's going to go off, and it'll be interesting to see whether he can continue here. And he's certainly, I don't think Ollie Carey knows what that is at the moment, by the way he's going off with the physio. Nice to see. Handshake between him and the goalkeeper, Benny. So Dave Gainley's side's waited patiently. He's now looking at his second penalty of the afternoon. The first one went high to the goalkeeper's right. This one is going to go high to the goalkeeper's left. And it into the back of the net. Welwyn Garden City in front here. 13 minutes into the second half. Two Dave Keeley's side penalties have done the job for Nicky Ironton's side, but still concerned about Ollie Carey, who's off behind the goal on that far side with the physio. Certainly keep an eye on his progress, but Welwyn Garden City are back in front here. They lead 2-1. And it does look like there's going to be a substitution made on that far side now. Dylan Abengo is about to come on. So Ollie Carey has played his final part, and his final part was winning that penalty. But Abengo comes on, at least Welwyn Garden City without a striker. But 56 minutes to go from Dave Keeley's side after Carey was pulled down by goalkeeper. So, can Welwyn Garden City hold on to the lead this time? Lead last time lasted only 4 minutes. Just see what the reorganisation's done here, because they really aren't playing without a recognised striker now. So, I think it's Dave Gainley's side who's been pushed up forward. Bengo's come in the midfield, and could be an interesting final period to this game as Taylor managed to get it clear for Jesse Wakelin on that far side, and Wakelin manages to win. Welwyn Garden City a throw. It's indeed Dave Keeley's side who's been pushed up. Alamenu on the left, Callum Stead on the right hand side, but Certainly you think this week with Toby Garver and Alex Catline being let go. Welwyn Garden City and Brody Garrington, who is here, limping away with those damaged ankle ligaments. Suddenly, from a team that had a plethora of strikers, Welwyn Garden City a little bit shorter one at the moment. Well, they got themselves a corner. She's going to be taken by Keenley side on that far side. He's on a hat-trick, of course, having scored the 2 penalties. Close and Taylor and Abengo, who's just come on, all coming into the box. Keenley side's corner taken on that far side. Good one, goalkeeper's missed it. Dylan Abengo turns it in. 3-1. The substitute's only been on the pitch for a couple of minutes. And he's given Welwyn Garden City a 3-1 advantage. Keenley side's corner, excellent corner, it's got to be said. Got to ask questions of the goalkeeper, Daniel Benny, though. He came for it, he didn't get it. Lee Close got the touch, but I think Abengo will claim it because he thumped it into the roof of the net in joyful fashion. And Welwyn Garden City have turned this one around here at the beginning of the second half. 16 minutes gone. And it's now Welwyn Garden City 3, Bedford Town 1. Well, just what the doctor ordered for Nicky Ironton's team. And got to say, for those of you that follow us here on 90 Minutes Live, you know we haven't had the best of luck watching Welwyn Garden City. Well, hopefully that's going to come to an end this afternoon. The Albatross reputation is in danger, and don't mind that at all. But it's going to be defending to be done here. There's a corner to be taken by Bedford Town. Dylan Abengo has indeed been given the goal. Although I'm sure Lee Close will have liked to have claimed it as well. But it doesn't really matter because Nicky Ironton's team here are 3-1 up. And don't forget, Bedford fell apart on Tuesday when it conceded 6 against Hales Owen. So, not been a good week for them. They lost 3-1 home to Coleshill this time last week as well. And they're trailing by 3-1 here to a Welwyn Garden City side who haven't got a recognised striker. So, sometimes you don't always need them, I guess. As on that far side, it's Keenley side who's been excellent this afternoon. Manages to win his side a throw in. Welwyn Garden City still got Charlie Bain on the bench, but he's the only option now as a substitute. I have to ask Nicky Ironton afterwards. Inspired substitution. Dylan Abengo comes on. He's been on the pitch a minute and a half and he scores. So certainly can't be bad. I'm sure the manager will claim it. It's Dylan Abengo's first goal of the season as well. But on that far side, it looked like there was a foul, but referee didn't give it. It's going to be a goal kick to Bedford at the hurry up now. Goalkeeper Benny, you've got to ask questions of him for that third goal as well. Really didn't come and collect the corner. But this will put Welwyn Garden City on 28 points from their 14 games. Very much depends what happens to the teams above them as to whether they'll edge into the playoff zone. But the one thing that they have got in the playoff zone is they've got games on the hand on everybody apart from Hales Owen, who certainly looked the danger team. Started off this morning in third, 3 games in hand on leavers Corby, but an 8-point deficit. So everything to play for the citizens. They go to North Lee on Tuesday night for a game that was postponed a couple of weeks ago. Lee Close is going to have a little bit of talking to here from the referee. The referee pointing out here, there and there, and then producing a yellow card. So third Welwyn Garden City player to go in the book. Close, Jay Rolfe and Dave Keenley side have all seen yellow so far. Bedford have got themselves a free kick. Just approaching 19 minutes of the second half gone. The away side, if they're going to do anything, need to get in the game here. DeForest has come, doesn't get the ball, but Callum Taylor manages to head it out, and Callum Stead completes the clearance to the halfway line. Put back into Welwyn Garden City territory on that far side, but that's a wayward pass, and Jack Bradshaw's ball has Alamenu chasing away against Louis Hall. Hall did well win the header. The ball goes out for a throw in. In the end, Nicky Ironton from here still yelling at his team. Certainly like that delivery. It's been a decent performance. Certainly. Bedford's goal came out of nothing, and Tavares hasn't had that much to do. It's got to be said, Benny's been the busier of the two keepers, as Keenley's side manages to make his way to the edge of the box, but the defender clears as far as Jack Bradshaw. Bradshaw fires it in, but all the way along the ground. Was never going to give the goalkeeper too much problem from that kind of range. So Daniel Benny will take the goal kick. Bedford not in action again till next Saturday when they've got a home game against Kidlington. But Welwyn Garden City facing those 4 away games before they're not back here till Boxing Day when they take on Barton Rovers as Keenley's side plays the ball on this near side for Callum Stead. Stead, his ball is a wayward one, and some defending to be done here, but it's done well by Smaldoni, and puts the ball out for a throw-in, be taken by Louis Hall. I've given it away though, although Callum Stead tackle and Abango does well. But, long ball forward by Steele, but down this left wing, Dan Walker's offside. He looked very lively in the opening period of the game, Dan Walker, but Bedford not really had the opportunity to bring him into the game in the second half. Because they haven't really played in the second half. Connor Colcott hasn't made too much of a difference coming on. He's hardly had the ball, I've got to say. It's excellent that Dave Healy's side has been. I think Jay Rolfe and Lee Close have had very good games as well in the centre of Welwyn Garden City's defence. Kick taken by Rolfe to the edge of the area. Keenley's side can't get there. Jack Bradshaw can though. Callum Stead going up with the Hall on this near side. Keenley's side's there again. Keenley's side trying to send Callum Stead going down this right hand side. But that was blocked. And Abango will take the throw in. Near side of the field, parallel to the edge of the Bedford Town 18-yard area. He's got plenty of movement in front of him. Callum Stead's one of them. The ball bounced off of Steele's back and should finally be thumped clear on this near side by Ollie Swade. And at the moment, Welwyn Garden City fairly in command of this game. Bedford haven't threatened Tavares in the second half, as Rolfe, wearing the number 6, will take the throw-in. Up goes Keenley's side, can't control it. Alamanu gives the ball away, and it's finally hooked clear, but only as far as Abango. Abango's ball to the edge of the area. Bedford can't get hold of it at the moment. It's Abango's challenge against Colcott. Colcott does well, though, turns away from his man. And on this near side of the field, it was heading towards Dan Walker, but Smaldoni does a good job again. Gets there ahead of his man and puts it out for a throw-in to the Eagles. Hitchcock, who's come increasingly deep in this game, trying to get some possession, I think, as the ball down the line from Walker bounces off of Joe Rolfe. He's kind of Colcott in the area, turns it to his left, but Lee Close is there. Walklin, decent ball for Keenley's side. He can't do anything with it though. But Steele takes it seems like an age to try and get the ball clear. And finally Bedford will come running forward. But Abango's challenge is a good one. But Callum Donnelly, the Eagles skipper, was being fouled at the time. It's going to be another substitution by the visitors. They're going to be taking off Collar Tomlinson and bringing on Andrew Phillips. So Tomlinson, the number 10, goes off. And Andrew Phillips is the man that is going to come on. Very much striker for a striker. Well, they've got themselves a free kick, which is going to be taken by Ben Ford. Midway inside the Welwyn half, left-hand side of the field. Plenty of support for Bedford behind Marco Tavares' goal. As the substitutes, Phillips comes on. Forward with the kick. Long or high one. Tavares comes out. He's had it headed it out of his arms and it's put in. Oh, problem for the goalkeeper. Could be problem for Welwyn Garden City. We're back at 3-2. Tavares came, had the ball headed out of his arms. And I think it was Hitchcock who fired the shot into the back of the net in the end. Lee Close was trying to prevent it, couldn't do so. And suddenly it's game back on here at the Isabel Hospice. It's Welwyn Garden City 3, Bedford Town 2. Well, I had a problem for one goalkeeper at the other end. And Tavares, none too sure from that free kick by Ford. And suddenly the visitors will believe they can get something out of this one. Well, expected it was going to be a close fought game. And certainly expected a few goals as well. We've got everything we expected so far. 3-2 to the home side. Got a throw which Taylor will put down the line. The ball headed out on that far side of the field. 26 minutes gone here at the Isabel Hospice. The Eagles fans in good voice behind the goal all the way to my left. There's a header on that far side. Lee Close getting himself involved. And Wakelin, well, surely that was a free kick. Well, the referee didn't give anything. Jesse Wakelin absolutely thumped into Andrew Phillips. And I think Wakelin's felt that. And perhaps he's going to need a bit of attention. Referee didn't see fit to give a free kick. So going to have a fair amount of time added on as well. In fact, it was Taylor, the player, that had gone down. He took that knock very early on in this half. But Bedford now, with their tails up a little bit, hadn't threatened till that goal went in. But goals change games, and certainly Welwyn Garden City at the moment have just got to settle down a little bit. And defending to be done. Can confirm Tom Hitchcock has been credited with that goal for Bedford Town, his 10th of the season. There's some defending to be done by the visitors here, though. Bradshaw goes in, but in the end he'll break all the way through to Daniel Benny. 27 minutes gone, second half. Got a feeling if it stays at 3-2, there's going to be a number of nails being bitten, and we're going to be looking at the clock fairly shortly. With frequent intervals. It's on this near side. Ball looking for Hitchcock, but Jay Rolfe was alert to it. Manages to get the ball clear. Only as far as Donnelly, though. Donnelly finds Hitchcock on this near side. Good challenge by Smaldoney as Louis Hall was picking up a bit of pace. Throw-in is going to be taken by Ben Ford. It's his free kick that caused the problem inside the Welwyn Garden City box for Bedford's second. So Ford, who one of four changes from the starting lineup last Saturday, heads it on. The ball's still bouncing about on the edge of the area, finally gets it clear, and then it's skied on this near side, but it stays in. The ball's pulled across the area, and Bradshaw was very quick to react. Had he not done, could have been a problem. Bedford are about to make their third substitution on that far side. Bradshaw looking for Keenley's side and couldn't find it. You just get the feeling Welwyn Garden City are suffering at the moment because they haven't got a striker to hold the ball up. But on that far side of the field, Bedford are coming forward. Wakelin's beaten to it. The ball comes across the box. That's a really good challenge by Dylan Obengo, because Bedford really looked to have an overload inside the box there. Alameno's been pulled down on the far side. Referee gives nothing. Taylor manages to get there first. Looking for Callum Stead. Stead does very well against three defenders. He does brilliantly against three defenders. Hits Keenley's side inside the box. Oh, he couldn't hit it. Callum Stead hits it again and straight at the goalkeeper. Real chance goes begging for home side there. Keenley's side should have hit that first time, surely. The goalkeeper would have had a problem. It was super work by Callum Stead, who somehow managed to weave his way through three defenders. But Bedford coming back on this near side is Connor Colcott. Connor Colcott's inside the box. Oh dear, oh dear. Everything looked right until the finish. which went high into the trees behind the goal. Flurry of fans trying to receive the ball. But Connor Colcott won't want an action replay of that one, that's for sure. Still the board shining on the far side. Substitution about to be made, but in fact I think it's the substitution going to be made now. Yep, substitution is about to be made. It's going to be Ben Ford who goes off, and it's going to be the number 14, Matthew Harriott, who comes on. So Harriott on, Ford off. Welwyn City lead here by 3-2 as we approach the last 15 minutes at the Isabel Hospice. But problem is, of course, there's going to be probably 4 or 5 added on, I'd say, for the penalty incident more than anything else, which cost Welwyn City the services of Oliver Cleary, who is the man who certainly, Ollie Carey, who won the penalty, but then could play no further part. As ball breaks on that far side, and it's going to be a corner to Bedford Town. Corner to be taken right on that far side of the field. Welwyn City have pulled everybody back apart from Ramel Alamenu, and defending to be done here. Corner comes across over everybody's head. It's going to break to Taylor. Taylor's ball searches out Alamenu, but he had 2 defenders there with him, one of which was Louis Hall, and always in Bedford Town's favour, that little matchup. Long ball forward. Rolf is, in fact, an offside flag went up against Phillips because he was having a bit of a battle with Jay Rolf, and Bedford always pushed through. They're playing with 3 strikers here. Phillips on the left here, Colcott switched to the right, and Hitchcock in between the 2. So certainly the visitors are going for it here to try and get themselves an equaliser, having trailed 1-0, 2-1 and 3-1 in this game. But certainly still in with a chance here at 3-2. Far side of the field. They're getting the ball away here though. Bradshaw looks for Keenley's side of the far side. He's somewhat isolated, but still battling away for the ball. He gets help from Alamenu, who does very well get his body in the right direction, and in the end the ball's chipped out for a throw-in to Welwyn City. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It's going to be Keenley's side who's going to trudge over to take it. More time off the clock. They're going to leave it to Callum Taylor. Taylor has got a decent throw, but Welwyn City have got plenty of players back. So not too much attacking intent. We're sandwiched in down by that far side corner flag, and in the end the referee says that one went out and will be a goal kick. Daniel Benny for Bedford Town at the hurry up. 12 minutes remaining, and Welwyn City lead 3-2 here on 90 Minutes Live with East Hearts Radio, following East Hearts football as we do every Saturday afternoon. Got some cracking games lined up to come before the Christmas period. This time next week we'll be at Tooting and Mitcham against Ware in Division 1 Central of the Isthmian League. Really looking forward to that one. Should be a real belter between 2 highly informed teams. Where we're 3-0 up at half-time, by the way, against Ashford Town Middlesex, as Callum Stead picks up the ball on this near side, turning left, turning right. Callum Stead trying to tie Hall up in knots, but Louis Hall did well. Now you see it, now you don't, but he kept his eye on the ball and managed to rob the Welwyn City man. Here's Wakelin heading on the left-hand side. He's isolated again. He's going to have to turn and looks to find Dylan Abengo. Abengo's got Callum Stead outside him. Callum Stead's on the edge of the area. Stead fires it in, and the goalkeeper collects the ball on his haunches. Was an opportunity. Maybe Callum Stead could have taken it a bit further forward. So, all Bedford giving it away here. Keenly side for Wakelin. Alamenu going down the left-hand side. He's pulled down by Steele. That's going to be a free kick. That'll do as far as Nicky Ironton's team are concerned. Going to take some more time off the clock and give them an attacking opportunity. Lee Close is coming up from the back. Still got 4 players back though. So certainly a sign. This one's balanced on a knife edge. 4th goal would be nice, but most important thing is not to concede a 3rd. Here comes the free kick. Ooh, Bengo was close to it on the edge of the area. It's gone high into the sky. Almost came down with snow on it, that one. Bengo fires in the shot, but the goalkeeper does well once again to collect it fairly comfortably. 10 minutes left here. 3-2. Welwyn Garden City lead. As Bradshaw pulls the ball on this near side to Callum Stead. Stead's ball for a Bengo. Bengo's given Stead a bit to do here, but he manages to keep the ball in. Finds Alamenu. A good run from him. Nobody in the middle at the moment, though. Here he finds Stead, left-hand side of the area, looking for Keenly side. It's Phillips who was back to complete the clearance, and in the end, flag goes up. It's a free kick inside the Bedford down box. Goalkeeper Benny comes out. Referee sends him back about 5 yards to take the kick from the appropriate spot. Eagles, so the fans behind the goal away to the left. Benny's long kick forward lands so well. Doesn't land on the head of anybody in the end because Hitchcock went up with Lee Close, who I think obligingly got out of the way just at the right minute. So the centre forward went over the top of him. And Hitchcock felt that as well. He's come away limping as Bedford Down's top scorer, feeling his right leg. And Welwyn Garden City have themselves a free kick deep inside their own half, and we have 8 minutes left, plus time added on for stoppages. Taylor's ball forward. Good play by Wakelin on that far side. Alamenu's run his legs off all afternoon on the left there, trying to get the ball across, but Bedford will sort that out. Long ball forward, well cut out by Jack Bradshaw, or a Bengo, for Wakelin, who brings in Callum Stead, who's coming increasingly into the game as Keenly side finds him again. Diminutive, very skillful winger. Here's Callum Stead on the edge of the area. He's up against Hall again. Finds Keenly side. Stead, edge of the area, put it on the left foot. Oh, the goalkeeper's juggled it, and the Bengo just couldn't get to the rebound. Well, Benny was lucky there as he juggled the ball. Dylan Abengo was just too far away. Otherwise, he would have had his second. Well, the ball bounces off of Callum Taylor's head, far side. Goes out for a throw-in to Bedford Town. 7 minutes left. And Jack Bradshaw, well, he scuffs his clearance, but in the end, Alamenu, who's been absolutely everywhere, manages to get him out of trouble. Bedford have got it back, though, with Steele. Threads it out on that far side. Good challenge in by Bradshaw. Taylor lets it bounce and just hooks it up into the sky. But Bengo's there going up with, manages to win the header. Callum Stead's getting it under control and good defending in the end by Swain. Swain's long ball down the line looking for Connor Colcott. Colcott manages to keep it in. But in the end, turned and the ball goes out for a goal kick. Referee's coming back here to have a word with his linesman, who's signalling to the right. And I think he's signalling for a foul on Callum Stead here. But, in fact, it's a throw-in he's given. So, it's a throw-in for Welwyn Garden City on this near side of the field. A little bit of confusion, but referee finally, Reece Batting, managed to sort it out. Joe Rolfe will restart with the throw-in. Rolf's throwing down the line. Keeley side can't get it, but lands at the feet of Callum Stead. Stan finds Alamenu. Alamenu finds Stead. Here's Callum Stead weaving his way in the area, but finally Steele beats him and thumps it towards the halfway line. Brilliant header by Lee Close. Forward for Alamenu. Alamenu still going. He was fouled in the process, and Welwyn Garden City, well, they have themselves a free kick. 25 yards out, central position. And Romeo Alamenu, I am not surprised he's got cramp. He really has covered some ground this afternoon. As the Welwyn Garden City number 11. So 5 minutes remaining here at the Isabel Hospice Stadium. This will be a big win for Nicky Ironton's team. I mean, they failed to score on their last two outings, of course, so they played very well at Aylesbury United this time last week. Went out the Hearts Charity Shield. But here's Jack Bradshaw with the free kick. Oh! Bounced off the top of the wall, and that was a good save. Took a nip off the top of the wall, and Benny did very well to just nip it over the top. Well, surely that would have been the clincher. Welwyn Garden City still got a chance to provide it here, though. Taylor, who's been in the wars, is going to take the corner on this near side. Welwyn Garden City are keeping three players back, but still plenty to aim at in the area. Lee Close has got himself a bit of space here. He's going to make the late run as the corner comes in over the top. A Bengo's header, but straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Benny will clear. High clearance by the Bedford Town keeper. It's got to be said, didn't have too much direction about it. And Jesse Wakelin will police it out of play on that far side, away from the challenge of Hitchcock. 4 minutes remaining here. Nails beginning to get bitten. Welwyn Garden City here, lead 3-2. 2 from Dave Keeley's side, 1 from the penalty spot, and 1 from Dylan Abengo when he'd only been on the pitch for a minute. Ball goes out far side. Throw in to Bedford. Their 2 goals. Tom Hitchcock getting a second. Lee Close's unfortunate deflection giving them the first. Callum Stead looking for Abengo, who's been all running since he's come on. Abengo down the line, but totally miscued that one, and goes out for a throw in to the visitors. That's taken by Swain, puts it back to his goalkeeper. Benny right-footed downfield on the halfway line. Another excellent header from Lee Close as Taylor goes up, but he was pushed in the back. Welwyn Garden City have another free kick. I think the question for Nicky Ironton will be in these last 15 minutes, how's your blood pressure? Because certainly has been a little bit tense, but his side, despite losing Ollie Gary, of course, and without the suspended George Ironton and Eusebio de Silva, are just 3 minutes plus time added on away from a notable victory here. As the ball bounces away on that far side, and Welwyn Garden City have themselves a corner. Not going to be in a rush to take that one, that's for sure. I think it's going to be Keeley's side who's going to go across and take it. Lee Close is coming up from the back, but this time it's 4 players back, and certainly why not? Bengo's on the edge of the area as well as Keeley's side spots the ball. We've got 2 minutes left here. Corner comes in from Dave Keeley's side. Up goes a Bengo. It's Callum Stead drives it in, and it's Hall who manages to clear it for Bedford. Onto the halfway line, super challenge by Jesse Wakelin, and that delayed any chance of a quick break forward. Taylor's ball, though, is given away. Bedford perhaps will have a chance here. Hitchcock onto that far side for Phillips, onto the halfway line, but they're taking their time about getting forward, and Donnelly's ball in the end is just skied over the top of the Welwyn Garden City dugout, and well, skipper got it all wrong there. Throw into Welwyn Garden City far side. We're at the Isabel Hospice Stadium with 90 minutes live, and we're into the final minute. Got to see how long is added on. It's probably going to be 3, 4, possibly even 5 as Alamunu goes away on that far side of the field. He's gone down again, but Bedford come away with the ball. Here is Donnelly. Long ball on this near side, looking for a Colcott. Well intercepted by a Bengo. Callum Stead, in fact, it's only going to be 3 minutes added on. So That's welcome as far as the home side are concerned, as Colcott charges down the ball from Smaldoni. Colcott coming in on this near side, all the way across. Tavares didn't get a touch on it. There wasn't anybody there to put it home, and a massive opportunity goes begging for the away side. Wow. I thought the ball had got off on this near side. The ball went across the box. Tavares didn't gather it, but there wasn't anybody there to put it in. Touch would have put it in the back of the net. It would have been 3-3. So Callum Taylor will take the throw in. Far side of the field. Onto the halfway line. Alamani again claiming a foul, but Donnelly hooks it forward. Close goes up. There's Phillips on the edge of the area. Good clearance by Joe Rolfe. And Taylor will look for Callum Stead. Very much a lone striker up front now. But Keenley's side does well. Here's Chad Bradshaw coming forward. Bradshaw still going forward. He's got Callum Stead on his side. Tries the shot. And just over the top. Jack Bradshaw saw glory there. But in the end, the ball goes over the top of the target. Played one of the three to be added on. As Bengo managed to get the ball first. Here's Callum Stead. Stead against Swain. Swain does well defending. Finds Louis Hall on this near side. Hall's brought down. And Bedford will have a free kick. Not from there, but the referee wasn't too bothered about it. Donnelly's long ball forward looking for Phillips, but Close got his head in the way. And isolated on that far side was Walker. Ball threaded towards the edge of the box. Bradshaw missed kicks. Here's Donnelly back with it again for Bedford. Headed out well by Joe Rolfe and thumped into the Bedford half. Anywhere will do now for Nicky Ironton's team. We're into the last minute of time added on. Phillips can't go for the ball because he's offside. And that's a free kick to Welwyn Garden City. Phillips couldn't go for that ball. He was offside. But he would have been clear if he did. It's got to be said. We are into the last minute of time added on for stoppages here at the Isabel Hospice Stadium. It's been an eventful afternoon. Seen 5 goals, 2 penalties, and plenty of endeavour from these two teams. It's going to be Welwyn Garden City. We hope that we'll have their noses in front at the end of it. Is Callum Stead. Stead turns inside and out, but in the end he was adjudged to have been offside. So Bedford still got one last opportunity here. The referee looks at his watch. Benny respots the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box. He hasn't got time to do that because we're deep in to the end of stoppage time here. Long kick forward. Colcott heads it. Lee Close, not for the first time this afternoon, a super header and just thumped forward towards the edge of that Bedford penalty area. Benny comes out, hits it towards Welwyn Garden City territory, can only find a Bengo. Donnelly heads it forward, but super challenge by Joe Rolfe. Thump clear again by Callum Stead. Referee looks at his watch for a second time. Taylor has the ball, far side. Long ball forward. Keenley side's running against Swain. Swain does well and Steele heads it off the top of his own defender. Here's Steve Keenley side. It's all over now. Dave Keenley side completes his hat-trick. Welwyn Garden City go 4-2 in front. And what a super show by the number 10. 2 penalties when the ball came. Well, it was the 2 defenders who robbed themselves, really. Steele and Swain got in each other's way. And Dave Keenley's side there was to pick up the scraps and roll it past the unprotected Daniel Benny. We are deep into stoppage time here. I think that's probably the last kick of the match. But who cares as far as the citizens are concerned? Welwyn Garden City 4, Bedford Town 2. Well, the referee still looking at the watch. But it's been an excellent afternoon for the citizens. Referee still continues. Well, I make it he's played 4 over the top already as Bedford come forward. But surely it's in vain now, and it is in vain. Big cheer from home fans. Signal the end of the match. Welwyn Garden City have won this one by 4 goals to 2. A hat-trick for Dave Keenley's side, 2 from the penalty spot, and Dylan Abengo scoring just a minute having come on as a substitute. All that after they lost Oliver Carey to injury. They played a large part of the game without a recognised striker, but it didn't matter for Nicky Ironton's team. This is a big win, no doubt about that. It's finished here. Welwyn Garden City 4, Bedford Town 2.